What's up, guys? Rob from Heroes Avenue. We got some Aquaman news to talk about today. Of course, Aquaman is quickly approaching. December 21st is the official release date, and it looks like before the movie has even come out, it looks like that the sequel talks for this movie have already begun. Now, right when we got the announcement that James Wan was going to be the director for this movie, a lot of people started turning heads because a lot of people, not myself, but a lot of people and a lot of critics, fans included, have turned their backs, said they turned their backs. They're going to turn their backs on this universe because they didn't like the approach. Justice League left them with a bad taste in their mouth. Whatever the reason, there was a lot of disappointment in where this universe was going. But when they announced that James Wan was going to be taking on this Aquaman property, a lot of heads started turning back with a curious eye about how this movie would do. And it looks like it is going to do incredibly well. So at least right now, Aquaman debuts in China with the best DC film opening since Batman vs. Superman. So it looks like in China so far, from early screenings, they earned 1.19 million alone, and where Batman vs. Superman earned 1.35 million. So those were preview screenings, and Batman vs. Superman later earned 20 million on its first full day of release, and it looks like Aquaman could open at about 17.5 million on its opening day over there. So, and possibly a weekend total of 52 million over there in China. So it looks like this movie is going to be a hit over there. Of course, we do have early screenings here in the U.S. Like myself, I'm going to be watching it on the 14th because of the Amazon Prime deal that Warner Brothers struck with Amazon. So I got lucky and got extra or early screening tickets for this movie. So that means me and a bunch of other people are going to be watching this movie early. The problem with that is the money generated from these early screenings are not going to be included in the Aquaman opening weekend here domestically. So domestically, it looks like Aquaman is tracking to open around 65 million. So that is actually pretty good for what people expected. And this is, again, not including the early screenings that we're earning, that Aquaman is earning over here with the early screenings on the 14th. So again, we'll see where we'll see where this goes. We've seen that in this December slot, a lot of movies have the potential to grow legs and continue to make a lot of money after its opening weekend. And we haven't even talked about the fact that Aquaman is opening on a weekend in which there are a bunch of other juggernauts and potential Oscar-winning movies coming out. So there's a lot of competition. I talked about that in a previous video already. A lot of competition on this weekend, and it looks like Aquaman is going to reign as the king of that weekend. And hopefully it grows some legs with all the positive word of mouth so far from critics and fans. We're looking to potentially earn a good amount of money for this movie, and hence, they are already talking about a sequel for this movie. Now, I know a lot of you, and myself, I am juiced at the fact that they're so confident in this movie. It does rub me the wrong way how we still haven't gotten a sequel to Man of Steel. Of course, my favorite superhero movie of all time, Man of Steel. Why can't they just greenlight another sequel? Well, who knows where Cavill's at with that? Who knows where negotiations are at with that? It looks like that DC is heading in kind of a different direction, and it looks like, you know, with the announcement, and we haven't made a video about this yet, but if you haven't heard, a Blue Beetle movie is in development. So Jaime Reyes is going to be the main character. So DC looks to be diversifying its heroes, with him being the first, I think, Hispanic character on to lead a movie. So, or a Hispanic superhero character to lead a movie. So I'm excited about that for sure. And obviously the Birds of Prey movie's coming out, so they're looking to diversify their whole landscape. But left in the dust are the heavy hitters of the DC universe, people like, or superheroes like the Man of Steel, Superman, and Batman, of course. But when they do come out, and of course the Flash too, I forgot to mention the Flash. Looks like, you know, there was an article on Deadline the other week mentioning that, you know, Flash and the Man of Steel sequel have been losing momentum, but I would not even worry about that right now because that article didn't mention anything that we didn't already know. So it looks like DC right now is doing good. Aquaman, we should just focus on right now because Aquaman, it looks like it's going to be doing incredibly well here very good news for us DC fans and us comic book fans in general. I did want to touch on a sore subject. Of course, whenever we get any Zack Snyder activity, I like to cover it a little bit because Zack Snyder's the man, and I am a big fan of his previous movies. So, in one of my previous videos, I talked about how Jason Momoa went on this interview and mentioned that in Zack's cut, this happened. So he essentially confirmed that Zack does have a cut of the movie, and we all know that he already had one, but he once again confirmed it for all the naysayers out there. And after that interview, we get this right here. Zack Snyder posted on Vero. I don't know why he still uses Vero. I wish he would just hop on Instagram like the rest of the world. But he posted on Vero this image right here from Justice League. And it has the caption, "I'm going home to see my dad." And if you didn't see my previous video, Jason Momoa essentially says that there is a connection from Justice League to this Aquaman movie, in that at the end of Justice League, he leaves Mira and Volko and goes to see his dad, but then on his way back to Atlantis, he runs into the submarine. And we've seen this scene play out in the trailer for Aquaman, and this is the scene where he's going to run into Black Manta and forever cement him as his future villain and enemy, arch nemesis. So it looks like in this video here, or this photo here that Zack Snyder posted, it looks to confirm that whatever he said in that interview, it's confirming that. It looks like he's walking away from two people here on the beach, and you know, that presumably is Volko and Mira. Two characters of which their roles have been drastically cut short in Justice League, at least we assume. So I just got to say, you know, that the ending, at least for Justice League, I would assume the whole movie, but the ending at least seemed a lot better than what we got on the screen. So I did want to put that out there. It's a little fun to see, obviously, Zack Snyder's activity, because I fully support Zack Snyder. I wish he didn't go out the way he did, and I fully support the Release the Snyder Cut movement. So let's get that. Hopefully we get that in the future. And I want to end this video on a little bit of news on the Shazam movie, because my last video I made a video about the Aquaman trailer. I mentioned that we got a new poster and that the trailer would be dropping soon. Not as soon as I thought it looks like here now. So, because right after I posted that video, Zachary Levy went on to Instagram and posted this. He posted this another new poster, which looks pretty awesome in my opinion. Looks like the suit got a little bit updated in the reshoots, and his caption says, "Heyo, the new poster for @Shazam movie is here, and there's a new trailer coming in the new year, wink. #Shazam movie in theaters April 5th, mark them calendars, y'all." And so it looks like the trailer is going to be coming in the new year. We don't know exactly when that is, but hey, I thought it was coming at some point this weekend, but with all the trailers that Marvel's probably going to be putting out soon, it's a good move to just drop it in the new year and get people hyped for April 5th when it does come out. So this poster looks incredibly awesome. It looks like, again, if you look at the suit, it looks really cool on the latest promotional material that they've been bringing out. And as David F. Sandberg has said, he's been working on retooling the suit for each scene if it's needed. So it looks like the suit went through many different iterations, and I've got to say, this looks pretty cool. I love the little the phrase below the Shazam logo, "Just say the word." This is a pretty cool poster. It highlights the playfulness of this character and the teen angle of this character, but it also portrays him as a powerful character, obviously, looking at his physique in here. And if you look at my last video, you can see Zachary Levy talk about you know, what critics have to say about that. So check that out if you haven't already. I'm going to end this video by just kind of reading through the comments very quickly of my last video, and I think I'm going to start doing this, kind of shouting you guys out who've been commenting on our videos. So just looking at them, Shin Akaj, I'm man David F. Sandberg. I'm man David F. Sandberg for the win. Yep. It's a new turn for DC, Andre Tavares says. It's a new turn for DC and a good one. Let's go DC. Both fan of DC and Marvel. Sony, it's all good. Let's unite, guys. I like that enthusiasm, Andre. I definitely hope the fan base unites, especially after what David F. Sandberg said in his Instagram post. Yeah, the DC Marvel debate is really stupid, guys. You know, let's all unite as fans. A good movie is a good movie for all of us. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a win for everybody. Famous hip hop says, Famous Hip Hop says, it's not the DC fans doing that though. DC fans are mostly on the defense. Marvel fans started all this when DC started their own universe. DC fans are logical and you don't see much hate, while Marvel fans are extremely biased with critics and negative towards DC. I mean, you know, I don't think, I think there's people on both ends. Obviously, you have your own experience online and your own circles that you follow. But from what I've seen as a YouTuber, man, I've seen a lot of hate from both sides. So I gotta say, there's people to blame on both ends in regards to the criticism going on. So Giovanni, who's been a follower for a while, says, awesome Shazam, love, can't wait for the new trailer, thank you. A Sheik versus new video about Titans episode on tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't been able to watch the Titans episode, guys. So Darren has the DC streaming service. He has subscribed to that, so hopefully Darren does an update with those soon. I'm dying to watch it whenever I get the chance to, though. And then Kevin Rules 06 says, so Zachary Levi has muscles. I guess that suit is a thick suit. I'm sure it is a thick suit, and it does have padding in it, but that guy did put in a lot of work. I'm actually a personal trainer on the side, guys. So, or not on the side. I'm a personal trainer, Group X instructor, and I run fitness programs in my day job. So I know how exactly hard it is to get people where they need to be physically. You know, it takes a lot. And I really praise Zachary Levi for all the work he's been putting in. Elijah Del Broy says, I'm hyped for this movie. God bless. Hey, God bless you too, bro. I'm a scout. Front TF2. Love your channel, dude. Also, first, hey man, I appreciate you. I'm gonna like your comment right here. Thank you for subscribing. All you new followers, welcome. You guys are awesome. Walter White, what's up, Walter? Movie wise, it's not a competition. MCU wins. Comic wise, it's not a competition. DC wins. Honestly, I think DC is fine because I would want better comics than movies. Marvel comics are trash in my opinion. Hey man, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm reading Spider-Man right now, Amazing Spider-Man from Marvel, and it's pretty fun. I like it. But I gotta agree with you. DC comics are killing it right now, at least from the ones I'm following. Following Justice League, Man of Steel, Superman, what else am I following? Justice League. Yeah, I'm following a bunch of stuff. So I'm loving the DC comics right now, and I love DC comics in general. But hey, man, everyone got their own opinions, and if you think MCU's killing it, hey, man, all power to you. I think they're killing it too. I still love the DC movies for the most part as well. So that's all the comments I'm going to go through today, guys. If you got any thoughts about what we talked about today, please drop them in the comments below. Give a like if you can for this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.